Nigeria is the best country in the world. My dear Nigerians in diaspora and Nigerians, I want you to always know this. Tell your children that, most times when we travel out of the spheres of this country or out of the continent, or we travel within the continent, a lot of people used to feel that Nigerians are very rude. No, we are not being rude. Nigerians are just people that are very kind, and they don't like people taking their kindness for granted. Nigerians will never disrespect you until you come for them. Nigerians will never look down on you until you come for them. Nigerians, not because I'm a Nigerian, but because I know what we do in Nigeria. We are very accommodating. Nigerians have never seen anybody walking on the street and they'll ask the person, where are you from? You're not a Nigerian, go back to your country. We don't have time. We don't have that time. The reason is because we are always ensure that we welcome people. We are not people that throw away, our visitors. We are very good hosts. Yes, Nigerians are very good hosts. Okay, now somebody will say in Nigeria there is insecurity. Is it possible to call Nigeria a place that has insecurity? Because these things happen everywhere. Bad people live in every country of the world. It's not just Nigeria. Now, the fact that there are some pockets of, insecurity issues does not mean that the whole Nigeria is bad, because there are some states that have stayed insecurity free. They have enjoyed themselves. Everything has been okay, no issue. But for you to wake up one morning and want to paint Nigeria as a bad country, then there's something you are not telling yourself, and that's the truth. You have refused to tell yourself the truth. Nigerians are blessed. Okay, now, in those days, you will never see a Hausa man travel outside the country and live there. What they do is they go to school, they go for business, they come back. The people that used to travel then and stay is maybe the Igbos can relocate there and stay for some time and still be doing business back home. Then the Yorubas love to travel, especially to the UK, and stay. It's traveling out of the country is not something that Nigerians do because they cannot eat. They do it because it's like saying in some states in Nigeria, if you don't have a reverend father or a pastor in your family, you have not achieved. In Nigeria, it's a competition. Every family must have a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, an architect. That is how Nigerians do. Nigerians do competition in academics. So for someone to wake up one morning and think that Nigerians do not go to school, or Nigerians, they have out of school children, is so funny. Because even when a Nigerian will do not go to a formal school, like do not get formal education, when I mean formal education, the person that did not go to school, they are still very, very literate. They are still very intelligent. You understand? So, but some of you in your countries, you go to school, yes, but when you're having a conversation, you are off. Like, it's making make sense. The reason why a lot of Nigerians travel out of this country is government policies, because we have a lot of things in Nigeria. In Nigeria, you can actually do a business. Guess what? Recycling business in Nigeria is the new oil well, but most people don't go into it because it's seen as a dirty business, right? Where you need to send scavengers to go out and get all those recycling things for them to go and sell. So it's a lot of money. About 3 years ago, that was going for 5 million a truck. But right now, as I speak to you, we are talking about 7 million up to 8 million, 9 million, depending on the truck you are using and the kind of recycling materials you are able to gather. So as a Nigerian, if you go out, never allow anybody talk down on you. We will keep debunking their lies. Nigeria is a peaceful country. Nigeria is blessed. Nigeria is the most Nigerians are the most hardworking people on the planet. Nigerians are they are not cowards. Nigerians don't listen to wrong things, like you say, when this person is weak, or maybe you think Nigerians will come to your country to bow before you know. I'm not saying that there are no Nigerians who don't go out to misbehave. Yes, there are some, because just like in every 12 there must be a Judas. Yes, wherever, even in your own family where you live, there are some of your siblings that your parents will say don't go out, they will still want to go out. They'll still disobey. Okay, don't play with this kind of toy. They'll still want to play with that kind of toy. So will you now say that your whole family is bad just because that one person did that? Are we going to say that the Nigerians who have done bad, we see, one thing about Nigerians is that when a Nigerian is caught doing something, we do not shield them. We ensure that the law take its course. You understand? But for you people to now say because a Nigerian slaps somebody, all Nigerians are fighters, then there's a problem. You should look inward and know that Nigerians are not like that. There's that see, Nigerians are people that, okay, look at Niger. Niger have a boundary with us. They come into Nigeria and go, and nobody's telling them, come, why are you coming here? Go back to your country. Look at Cameroon. Cameroon share a boundary with Nigeria, very close boundary. In fact, from Cameroon to Nigeria through Cross River State, it's about just 3 to 4 hours. And nobody is coming to flog you and say you must not enter, go back to your country. What are you looking for? Okay, now doctors who live in South Africa, for example, when they go to South Africa, they know that they are there to help them. When their children go to school, what do they tell them? That they should go back to their country. Okay, Nigerians travel to every other country. The thing is, the reason why some people don't like Nigerians is because Nigerians are very bold. They are overconfident, and that is a good thing. I don't see that as a bad thing one bit. I don't see it as a bad thing. They are overconfident, and it's good. And that is why no white man, no white woman, whatever you think, will come and think that, okay, they can talk to Nigerian men anyhow or Nigerian women anyhow and they'll keep quiet. No, they stand up for their rights. Now you wonder why. Go and see all these, is it Caucasians and all these white people, when they want to marry Africans, who do they marry? Nigerian men. Because Nigerian men are trained to take care of their women. It's a training. Nigerian men are trained to say that when you are marrying this woman, you are going to take care of her. Only few Nigerian men recently started doing all this 50-50 shit. Just recently, they started doing this 50-50 drama. And it's just the new generation. A Nigerian man marries, for example, who marries 2 wives, takes care of those 2 wives and their children without asking them for a penny. So any man in Nigeria who tells you to share your bills, that person definitely took that kind of culture from somewhere else, not from their parents. Because our parents would teach you that any girl, you have to work hard, because any girl you bring into your house, you must be able to take care of that, because she was in her father's house when you went to say you are big enough to get married. So you will never for one day see a Nigerian parent expect the children, their son's wife to be the one doing everything. But in the case where, how we're trained in Nigeria is that your husband does everything. But in a case where your husband is not financially capable, you will now support the man. That is a training we get. And we ensure that we train our men to come out looking tops. The only thing that Nigerians were trained in the first instance that I feel that we in this generation can correct in our children is that they believe that the girl will be the one to always do certain jobs while the men are supposed to go out there and look for money. You understand that kind of thing? So at the end of the day, we are beginning to change that narrative in Nigeria. But to say that you see a Nigerian man that is lazy is almost impossible. Like, I don't even know the word. It's almost impossible to see a Nigerian man that is lazy or that is not working. So, Nigerians, I want you people to please, especially for those of you who go out talking trash about your country, stop it. Because see, the disrespect you get when you travel out of the country, it starts from the kind of videos you are doing, pushing wrong narratives about Nigeria. When you push those narratives, you have formed an impression in these people's hearts. When you travel to their country, they treat you the way you presented yourself. Remember, they used to say, dress as you want to be addressed, right? So if you go out there looking in you are beggarly, and then you allow people to disrespect you, they will take you for a ride. They will take you for a fool. But don't allow that. Always tell your children that nobody has the right to disrespect them. Nobody has the right to talk them down. Their self-esteem is very important. Always let your children know. They will grow up to protect the next generation. Don't ever allow your children to be cowards. Don't ever. Do you understand? So Nigeria is the best country in the world with so many reasons. They are hospitable, they are kind, they are hardworking, they are resilient, they are go-getters, they are intelligent, they are street smart and book smart. They are always welcoming whenever people come to their country. Nigerians will rather want to. Have you ever heard that a South African in Nigeria was unalived by Nigerians, or even in their country? It is rather them that are unaliving our people. We have never provoked them. They are the ones. And the funny thing is that they keep accusing Nigerians of being the ones carrying powder in their country. Meanwhile, it's a lie. Those they are big men are the ones doing the powder. And when Nigerians who are gullible see that the people are taking the powder, they will definitely want to venture into the business. In Nigeria, you can't afford powder because it's very expensive. It's for the high and mighty. So in your place, you made it cheap. So how is that Nigerians' problem? You guys should fix your mess and stop blaming Nigerians.